So while I've been down here in West Virginia visiting my hometown, I decided to visit my local Ollie's to see if they've got any new mystery packs of comic books. Well, turns out that they had a few. Look kind of interesting. Let's open up these packs and see if I found anything good. Welcome back, comic book fans. It's Rusty again with Collector Auctions, and here I am still down in West Virginia. And as I said at the beginning, I visited my local Ollie's while I was here to see if they've got any more mystery packs, any new ones. And it turns out that they did have a few. So I picked up a few packs that looked interesting, and we're going to open them up. And it has been a while since I've done this because the last one I've done is probably months ago at this point. And I just was not finding anything that was new. It looked like the same old books, the same old ones. So this time, it looked like they had some interesting books in there. So I picked them up and I figured, why not? Let's do a new video from Ollie's to see if we found anything good. So we're just going to start opening them up. We've got the first one here. And of course, the reason I took this one, it has got the new Teen Titans with George Perez. I believe probably Marv Wolfman wrote this too. This is right in the heyday of their run in the early 80s. This is the Keebler Company presents DC Comics, the new Teen Titans. And this was talking about drug abuse. And who more appropriate to be on the front and center there is Speedy. Beautiful George Perez artwork. On the back side, we've got Batman Gotham Knights, Gilded City #3. And this is in one of those packs that you can't really cheat on unless you cheat and just open up the box, the pack in the store, which honestly, you do find a lot of people who do that. You go in there and there are packs that are just ripped open. And let's see if I can find a corner to cut. I do have the scissors right here, but it's very tight to the books. I don't really want to get close to the comics. I'm going to try to find the lip of the bag to see if I can get it open first without destroying the comic book. All right, we're going to fast forward as I try to get this. All right, that was a lot more difficult than it should have been. I did want to try to preserve the books. I don't want to damage them. You never know what you're going to find in here. And there is a copy of that right there, New Teen Titans, the drug issue. This is that free one. And what's interesting on the back here, you can tell when this book came out. It was right after Robin had quit being Robin. Dick Grayson stopped being Robin. So they had this issue come out. Well, he wasn't Robin anymore. So they put him in this new interesting costume right there. I don't remember what they called him at the time. That'll be interesting. I'll have to open up the book and find that out. Let's see what else we found. Like I said, we've got a copy of Batman Gotham Knights Gilded City #3 right there. It's actually in a poly bag. I wonder why it was in a poly bag. And then we've got a copy of Planet Death. This is the one that they were giving out. I believe they were giving this out at the Baltimore Comic-Con from Bad Idea. I've met Robert Venditti, who writes this, and I remember picking up a few of these at Baltimore Comic-Con. And from Valiant, we've got Bloodshot Reborn. This is issue #6. And then lastly, we've got from Valiant, Divinity #2. I don't think I've ever heard that. The artwork looks pretty good, though. So not a bad little pack. I knew what I was getting with that Teen Titans, and that's why I picked that up. I definitely wanted to get that one. All right, let's open up another one here. We've got one, same sort of packaging right there. It's a Rick and Morty book right there on the front. And you've got Action Comics presents Doomsday Special right there, #1. I bought it for both of those books. I kind of wanted to read this Doomsday book, see what kind of storyline was that. And this is a pretty cool Rick and Morty cover. I don't know what issue that is, but we're going to fast forward through some of this because same kind of bagging. It's going to be a little difficult to get in, and I'm trying to do this without, of course, again, damaging the comic book. So hang on. All right, finally got the bag off of the books there. Let's start with the Action Comics #1. Action Comics presents Doomsday Special #1 right there. A pretty cool cover. And it's a little dark in here. I cannot read who actually did the cover to that. And the book on the other side was this Rick and Morty presents. I can't even read that. It's a pretty cool cover, though. It's an issue #1, so be interesting to see if this book's actually worth anything. And again, another Planet Death. They had stacks of these things they were giving out at Baltimore Comic-Con. And it looks like New Dimension Comics from Baltimore Comic-Con is sponsoring this, because I recognize this because I actually bought comics from them, at least one very good Golden Age comic from them at the Baltimore Comic-Con. So I recognize that right there. All right, the other books in here, we got another Valiant book, Divinity 3, Shadow Man, and the Battle of the New Stalingard. Kind of a neat cover. And also from Valiant, what do we have here? The Life and Death of Toyo Harda. I don't know about that. I don't know what that book is. I haven't read Valiant in years. And it looks like that is it out of that. That's kind of an interesting little batch. I mean, I'm not expecting great things out of this. There are some interesting books in here. Now, this is more the traditional bags that you get at Ollie's, and you've got a Johnny Quest from Miko, or Comico, as I used to call them. And you've got an issue of Superman by Dan Jurgens right there. And these bags, the books are a little bit looser, and you can cheat a little bit and kind of sneak in there, and you might be able, if you can recognize the cover, you might be able to recognize an issue in between. So I do cheat a little bit on some of these, but I still can't guarantee what's in here. So first one here, Superman #22. We've got Cyborg Rebirth #1. We've got Final Crisis Aftermath. Ink, I believe it's Ink. #1 right there. That's kind of cool. And then we've got Youngblood. This is one of the Image first reprints of issue #1 of Youngblood right there. And even in this weird light I've got down here in West Virginia, this book right here has got a million spine ticks up there along this black cover right there. And of course, there was the Johnny Quest. Too bad I couldn't be the Dave Stevens cover Johnny Quest. That would be kind of cool. But I remember having this. I've got this in my PC. I collected all of these back in the day, all those Johnny Quest, and I really love that series. All right, we've got another one of those bags right here that's really loose. We've got Catwoman from the New 52, issue #4. And then we've got Starman. Love it. Gotta love Starman, #24 right there. So let's see if we got anything good out of this one. So let's start with the Catwoman. It's a pretty nice artwork, though. Who did this? And Gilliam March, actually. That's interesting. Gilliam March has been doing some great covers at DC recently with Catwoman, Poison Ivy, who was it? Harley Quinn. We got Excalibur, #113. I had long dropped this title at that point. And always good to pick up a Walt Simonson Thor. This is issue 343. There really weren't a lot of keys in that run other than on 337. But nonetheless, these are really good stories. And just looking in this light right here, I'm not seeing any. This is actually a very nice copy. A little bit of a spine roll, but that can be pressed out. Then we got the Punisher War Journal #10. I don't think that's a key. Too bad it couldn't be a few issues earlier and we'd have Wolverine and maybe some Jim Lee. And of course, there's that Starman book right here, #24. So it's not bad. There's definitely some readers in there, things I think I will enjoy, definitely. And then lastly, we've got this last pack, and it's another one of these. I'm going to have to fast forward getting this one open, but I wanted to get this right here because if it's got a copy, it's a later copy. It's not the original, but you got The Walking Dead #1, but I've got to see what printing this is. So I bought that more for this book than anything. I want to see what that is. And on the back, you've got the Punisher Annual #3 from 1990. So give me a moment. Let me try to get this bag open too. Boy, they're very secure, and it's very hard to get your finger under the flap. And I guess that's good because like I said, I see so many of these being opened up and just opened up, and people have gone through these to see if they can find anything good. And it really takes out of the excitement for everybody else. So give me a moment. All right, here we go. So what did I say? We got The Walking Dead right here. And I'll have to look that up and see if that's actually worth anything, but that's kind of cool. I'm going to thumb through this real quick. Yeah, it's an actual reprinting of the book. It looks straight up. I'm reading some of this here. It's the Wizard World Minneapolis 2015 copy of that right there. And then what did I say? We get on the other one, we've got the Punisher Annual number 3. All right, let's find out what we found in the middle here. Of course, more Valiant. Dr. Mirage Second Lives. This is issue #1. Now, when Valiant started, I, like many of us, read a lot of those books. Those books are really good. Archer and Armstrong, Solar, Magnus, Robot Hunter. You've got, what else? You had The Internal Warrior. I loved all of those titles. They were fantastic. The Many Deaths of Layla Starr, issue #2. I've got some issue #1s that were really good. I remember getting issue #1 and I remember there was some buzz about that book when it came out, but I don't remember anything after that. And I don't think I ever picked up an issue #2. Oh, look, another Planet Death. Let's hope this book becomes a $1 million copy, because I've got multiple, just from these few packs, I've got multiples. So let's hope this becomes a $1 million book someday. And guys, that's it. Nothing outstanding. There's some pretty cool books in there. I think the best thing I picked up was that Teen Titans special comic right there. There might be some other little things that might be some interest, but mostly just readers. This was fun. Guys, if you've gone out and you've gone to Ollie's and you've picked up some of these packs yourself, definitely leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know if you found anything good. And if you enjoyed today's video, definitely give me a like, slap that subscribe, and click on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the episodes that I put out each and every week, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 8 p.m. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you for the next episode. Until then, remember, every comic has a story.